Hello, scholars. It is time for our Topic 15 review or Topic 15 study guide. So let's get started. Number one, which polygons are pentagons? Well, pentagons, I'm going to underline that here. Hold on, it's way too light. Let me change the color. I'm going to make it, hold on one second, red. All right, pentagons. Pentagons have how many sides? I'm going to write that out to the side just so I don't forget. Pentagons have 5 sides. Penta stands for 5. So I'm going to count each one. 1, 2, 3, 4. That one is not 5 sides. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This one is 5 sides, so I'm going to circle it. And it says choose all that apply, so I know there could be more than one. So let's count this one. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. This is not 5 sides. And 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. This one is 5 sides. So our answers are C and D on number 1. All right, number 2, Jade draws a polygon. It has fewer sides than a pentagon, so I'm going to underline that just so I don't forget. Fewer sides than a pentagon, so it's less than 5. Less sides than 5. And it has more angles than a triangle, so it's greater than 3. So the number has to be between 3 and 5. So what number would that be? It would be 4. All right, which shape did Jade draw? Hexagon has how many sides? 6. It is not 4, so that one is wrong. Rectangle has 4 sides. That one could be right. Pentagon has 5 sides. That isn't 4, so I know that's wrong. And triangle has 3 sides. Well, it said it's greater than 3, so I am going to cross that out. Sorry, I put this the wrong way. Greater than 3, not less than 3. All right, so we know that is letter B because rectangle has 4 sides, and we determined that her shape had 4 sides. All right, let's go on to number 3. Which rectangles are divided into thirds? Choose all that apply. So that means it could be more than one. Remember that thirds has to be equal shares. It cannot be unequal. So even if it has 3, if it's divided into 3, it has to be equal. If it's not equal, it will not count. So let's count this one. 1, 2, 3, and they look equal to me. It could be A. 1, 2, 3, that's different equal shares, but they're still equal, and there's 3, so it could be C. If I look at B though, it has 1, 2, 3, however, they are not equal shares. It cannot be B. And then D, it has 3, 1, 2, 3, however, they are not equal, so it cannot be D. So your answers are A and C. All right, number 4, draw a polygon with 3 angles. Make one angle a right angle. Remember, the right angle is the square one where the sides touch and go straight up and down. Then name the polygon. So I know there needs to be a right angle. So I'm going to make these 2 sides as straight as I can to make a right angle. Now it says it has 3 angles. That means it has 3 sides. So then I'm going to draw one more side like this. 1, 2, 3. What is the shape? It is a triangle. Triangle. Sorry, I'm so slow with the pen. I know it's annoying probably. All right, I'm going to clear this off, so make sure that you have made any corrections, and then we're going to go down to the next view. All right, number 5. Is the polygon a quadrilateral? That means it has 4 sides. If it doesn't have 4 sides, you're going to choose no. If it does, then you're going to choose yes. I am a square. Does a square have 4 sides? Yes, it does. So you're going to circle yes. I am a pentagon. How many sides does a pentagon have? It has 5. So is that 4? No. That is no. I have 4 sides and 4 angles. That would be a quadrilateral. And I have 3 sides and 3 angles. Well, that's not 4 sides and 4 angles, so no. So it should be yes, no, yes, no. All right, number 6. Kaysen draws a shape with 8 sides and 8 angles. Which shape did he draw? Well, I know a hexagon has 6, so that's not it. A pentagon has 5, so that's not it. A quadrilateral has 4, so that's not it. What about an octagon? An octagon, octo stands for 8. So this one is correct. 8 sides and 8 angles, it is an octagon. All right, on number 7, it says, name the shape below. Write 3 things that describe the shape. Well, this is called a rhombus. It has 4 sides, so I'm going to write rhombus. Oh boy, hold on one second. Okay, rhombus. All right, and we need 3 things that describe the rhombus. Sorry, that is terrible writing. All right, so you could say it has 4 sides. You could say it has, what else does it have 4 of? It has 4 angles, it has 4 vertices. Those, you could write those 3 things. I'm going to write that it's also quadrilateral because it has 4 sides. Quadrilateral. And you don't have to write the same things that I do. I'm not going to keep writing, but you know what I mean. Quadrilateral. Number 3, I'm going to say it has 4 angles. You could also say it has 4 vertices. So those are 3 things that describe it. You don't have to go any further than that. It just asks for 3. But if you want, you could say 4 sides, 4 angles, 4 vertices. It's a quadrilateral, those type of things. You could say it's a polygon even because it has 4 sides. It's more than 3. It's 3 or more. So remember that, and it doesn't have any curved shapes, and it's closed. So it could be a polygon also. So that's another thing that you could put. All right, number 8, draw the polygon described below, then complete the sentence. I have 2 fewer sides than a hexagon. So how many does a hexagon have? 6. So I'm going to do 6 minus 2. That means it has 4 sides. I have 1 more angle than a triangle. So a triangle has 3 angles plus 1. So it would have how many angles? 4. So it has 4 sides, 4 angles, and all of my sides are equal. That tells me if it has 4 sides and they're all the same length or equal, it is a square. So not only should you write that it's a square, you have to draw it. 1 second. Square. And then drawing it as equal as you can. As you can see, mine's not exactly straight, but I'm going to make it as equal as I can. So I'm not going to count off if like this one is just a tiny bit longer than this one, but try to make it as equal as you can. So on number 9, I told you that you would have to know this. This is a cube. And remember, I told you had to memorize this. How many faces does a cube have? It's hard to count them, so you need to memorize this. So they have 6 faces. How many vertices does it have? It has 8 vertices. And how many edges does it have? It has 12 edges. So the edges are the lines. So you need to memorize this. 6 faces, 8 vertices, 12 edges. And I've been telling you that in small groups, and here it is. So make sure that you memorize. This cube has 6 faces, 8 vertices, and 12 edges. And I can guarantee you that is going to be on your test tomorrow. It's worth 3 points, so make sure that you know it. All right, number 10, divide the rectangle into 2 equal shares. Well, that's pretty easy. Then complete the sentence. So as close to the middle as you can, you're going to put it into 2 equal shares. Each share is a half of the whole because half is what 2 equals to. 2 equal shares means it's a half of the whole. The whole is 2 halves. 1, 2 halves. So that is what you would say here. Each share is a half of the whole. The whole is 2 halves. All right, number 11. Callie says there are only 2 ways to divide this rectangle into 4 equal shares. Do you agree? Use words and pictures to explain. All right, so you can see that she's done it 2 different ways. So she did it this way. You can see the colors. All right, so Are there other ways to do it? She did it this way, she did it this way. Are there other ways? So let's take a look at it. So sorry about that. So let's take a look at it and see. I see that I could do this. Oh, hold on, I'm zooming in. All right, so if I do it this way, this is another way. You can see this one is different. And then do it like this. So no, there are more ways, and you can draw this and say, no, there are other ways. And you can draw your other way that you are seeing in the square over here, or the rectangle over here. Sorry, this is a very difficult mouse on this on this computer to write with, so you could say there are more ways or other ways. Okay, you know what I mean. So I'm just going to write there are more because I'm having trouble with the mouse. So there are more ways. All right, so that's this one. You can, and then you can show the other way that you see. So this has 4 different equal shares. It's different than the other one. All right, we are on number 12, but we did not go over number 12. We have not done arrays yet, so that's why I didn't do that one with you. So now let's go on to number 13. You can just cross out number 12, and I'll have you cross it out on the test as well. Nathan wants a design that shows fourths. Which design could Nathan use? Use all that apply. Remember that he has to have equal shares. So this is 1, 2, 3, 4, and A looks like equal shares, so that's one of them. C has 4 places, but it's not equal shares, so that one is not correct. B has 1, 2, 3, 4, and they look like equal shares, so that one is correct. D has 1, 2, 3, 4, and it looks like equal shares, so that one is correct. So your correct answers are A, B, and D. All right, number 14. Is the solid figure a cube? Circle yes or no. This one is not equal sides. They have to be equal sides. This is a no. B looks like a cube, all equal sides. That is a yes. B is yes. C is not even close. That's a no. That's a cylinder. And D looks like a cube, equal sides. It is yes. So you have no, yes, no, yes. All right, on number 15, you're going to do this the best you can. You're going to draw a cube the best you can. As you can see, mine is not exactly straight, but I'm doing the best I can. As long as it's close to that, I will give you credit for it. So just try to make it as straight as you can. If you have a ruler, that might help you as well. Try to make the things of the faces all the same length. Use the dots to help you line it up. All right. Divide the rectangle on number 16 into rows and columns of squares the same size as the small square, then count the squares. So you're going to try to use this and make this as close as you can, because you can't really cut it out because it's a test. So you're just going to try to make them about the size of that square and then count how many rows and how many squares. So I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I got 8 squares out of that one. That's as close as I can make it to equal. Like I said, just do your best. You're not going to cut out the square because, I mean, you probably printed both sides and then you'll have a hole in the middle of your paper. So just do it the best you can. All right, guys, that's it. I think this should be a fairly easy test for you. And make sure you look over it tonight and you'll be ready for your test tomorrow.